This is Jill. I am the Rice of the Rice Settlage team. Today, we are going to talk to you about what you used to do as a buyer, and now you can no longer do it as a buyer because it is crazy, crazy, crazy in our market in Atlanta. So here we go. So here's what has happened in the city of Atlanta, Metro Atlanta, meaning Gwinnett County, Fulton County, Forsyth County, Cobb County, DeKalb County. So all of our Metro Atlanta close counties are having record buyers out looking for houses. We have record lows in the number of houses that are listed. So I've been told we have about 1 month supply of inventory on the market in some areas and for some price points. As I said earlier, it's absolutely nuts. Today, I'm going to talk to you about 5 things that we used to do as a buyer's agent or as a buyer. You could request these things on a purchase and sale agreement. And today, no, you can't do it anymore. Probably the number one thing before is if you had to sell your house before you could buy your house, you would put in there a contingency to sell. Makes sense, doesn't it? Especially if you're active, if you've got people that are interested in your house. But unfortunately, you can't do that anymore. The good news is there are lots of lenders out there that will look at the equity you have in your house to sell versus the one you're buying. They will let you do what used to be called a bridge loan, and now they call it a recast. And sometimes what they will let you do is purchase your new house before you sell your old house, and then you'll recast the loan after you've sold your house. We can talk more about that later. Let me know if you have questions. I would be happy to help on that one. So that's number one. You cannot have a contingency to sell your house if you're going to win in this market. Number 2, the due diligence period. 10 days, 14 days. We used to ask for whatever we wanted on a due diligence period. That's the time you bring in your inspector, you bring in contractors, and no more. It's 5 or 6 days, maybe 7 in times. And you can also potentially extend that due diligence period if you do get in, you get your inspection done, and you have issues with the inspection. You sometimes will be able to push that out a few days in order to make sure, because people still want to sell their home. If they've chosen you as the buyer, they want you to buy the house. They don't want to go back on the market. So the one thing you want to do there is make sure you have an arsenal of good inspectors that you can call on the fly, or you have them waiting in the wings. As soon as you've gone under contract, you have them ready to go and you can get them out there. So the number 3 thing that you can no longer do is wing it with the pre-qualification letter. You need to have that one up front, not expired, the price point that you want it to be or higher, and make sure it's good to go and you're using a reputable lender, because sellers are looking at this and it's very important. You need to have that pre-qualification letter done. If you can be through the underwriting with this lender, that is even better. It brings me to my 4th thing you can no longer do, and that's your financing and your appraisal contingencies. It used to be 21 days, sometimes 30 days. It would be way out there and you had all this time to get your house ready and your finances in order, and the lender could take their time in ordering the appraisal. No longer. It needs to be probably about 10 to 14 days, maybe 18 on an appraisal and a financing contingency. So you really want to have those numbers locked and loaded when you make a good offer. And again, with this, you have to communicate with your lender to make sure that your lender understands this is what we're doing. They've signed off on it, because they're the ones that hold the purse strings on whether you get approved for that loan or not. We do not want you losing your earnest money, okay? Time limits on your offer. Most offers I have seen in the last month are making their decisions sometime on Monday. They may have listed that house on Wednesday or Thursday or Friday. They're having buyers come through all over the weekend. They want a time limit. Well, first of all, they don't want the time limit. But if you do put a time limit, it needs to be late Monday afternoon. or just don't put one at all. If you find another house to purchase over the weekend while you're waiting on that particular seller to decide, you can send a notice and remove your offer to purchase that property. So you'll be safe. Buyer's agent, they need to be really nice to the listing agent. Now, we all want to be nice, and it gets so very frustrating, actually on both sides. It's a really tough market for both buyers agents and sellers agents, because as a listing agent, if you're getting 20 offers, that means you're getting 40 phone calls possibly, and you're getting multiple phone calls or multiple texts from agents wanting to show the property, wanting to know when your deadlines are, when are they going to accept, what's most important. And so you need to be patient as a buyer's agent, or tell your buyer's agent to be patient. I've even heard of buyer's agents sending like a little video introducing themselves to the listing agent saying, here's what we're sending you. You may even want to ask the listing agent, do you prefer receiving an offer in one solid PDF? Do you prefer receiving an offer in each individual PDF for each individual exhibit that we're going to send along with it? So ask the agent on the listing side what's important to them, as well as obviously asking what's important to the seller in this transaction. I hope some of these tips have helped you a little bit. If you have any questions at all, I'm here to help. My partner, Tracey Settlage, is here to help. That's what we do. We love buyers. We love listings. We love helping people figure out what they want to do with their real estate needs and helping them find their dream properties or move on to their next chapter. Hope you're having a great day. Please give us a call.